Craving adventure? You picked the right video. This is the Munda Biddi, a bike trail whose name is adopted from the local indigenous language, meaning path through the forest. Your guide along this journey is Jake. Saddling up on a $100 second-hand mountain bike, we'll follow Jake over a month and a distance exceeding 1,000 kilometres. Along the way, you'll learn snippets of the indigenous language and culture, experience local wildlife, and cruise through the ancient forests all the way to the pristine beaches. So saddle up, strap on your helmet, and join Jake on the ride of a lifetime.
Bit of a slog getting up that hill.
Logue Brook Dam, also known as Lake Brockman, is a water catchment for the agricultural land down the hill to the west. It is also a recreational area with paid camping available.
You do come across these signs every now and then. Timber harvesting diversion. Okay, so depending on I'm going through a bit of a valley, so just a bit more of an uphill, a bit more downhill. Good time to stop and just have a snack and a bit of water, because still got a way to go. Just made it in before dark. Lovely little hut, this one. Really cozy. I can hear the creek down that way. Birds all around. Quacking frogs. It's been a long one. Let's do some stretching. Get some food on. I'll see you in the morning. Got some cool stuff to show you in the morning too.
And got cold. Popped out the old emergency blanket, wrapped it around my feet. It was very good. This spot's beautiful. Could hear the animals all night. Could hear something that must have been a possum.
Before I got to Dwellingup, my sponsor gave me a call and said, "Do you need anything else?" I said, "No, I'm pretty much alright." So what about a mattress? I said, "Alright, look, if you've got a good one, I'll give it a go." He said, No, I'll sort you out. So, the Sea to Summit Comfort Deluxe. It's insulated, it's inflatable, and it's extremely lightweight. Now, it's been sitting up on my handlebars for the last few days and you barely notice it. And it makes a good crash pad too. Alright, this one has the Airstream pump sack. Now this is great, I've got to show you this. So as you can see, it's going to fit a pretty tall person in there, which a lot of people, a lot of tall guys seem to have a bit of trouble finding a good mattress, a good swag, or anything for that matter, that's made for people over 6 foot. Second part to this I love. I love those birds. This pump sack. So you don't have to sit there for half an hour hyperventilating. It's got a little one-way valve in there. And then how does it drain, Jake? You ask. You can pop the one-way valve out and it drains that air out and deflates in about half a minute. So you pop that one-way valve in and then you just plug this plug into the top. Alright, now this is the cool bit. Get the bag just like that. That's it. Alright, roll that up, scrunch it up. That's one pump. Remember, you don't have to worry about the air leaking back out because of that one-way valve. Now, that's about as much as I can get in, because if you squeeze it harder than that, it doesn't go further in that way, it just starts coming out of the top where you've scrunched it up. So that's that side done. Pull that out. So that's the bottom side I've just inflated. The top side, there's a slight difference, it's just got a little bit softer material on it. And the writing is on the top side. And in there. There we go. That's done. Super simple. I mean, it's really thick. You get great padding out of that. What I love about it is the ease to pack down. All you have to do is fully remove that one-way valve. So you've got the one-way valve plug that opens that way. Nothing's going to happen. But if you do need to let a bit of air out, make it softer, it's got a little push button. So you can let a bit of air out if you need. But to drain the whole thing quickly, pull that one, pull that one. That's done.
What I like about the fact that it inflates from both sides, so if you get a puncture in one side, you're still going to have half a decent sleep. So it's not going to completely let you down. No pun intended there.
Sea to Summit Comfort Deluxe insulated. The only thing I don't like about it is it's made me sleep in twice. Would I buy one? I think I would. I've yet to find out the price of it. But say if I was going to do something really serious like Everest, Tasmania maybe, New Zealand, I just think you can't go without this. Compared to the last mattress I used that packed down twice as long because it didn't fold in half, I'm really loving this. Most importantly to me, Sea to Summit is a Perth owned brand. That's Perth, Western Australia. Again, this is sponsored to me by Go Camping and Overlanding in Balcatta. That's in Perth, Western Australia. They only stock top quality products. If you want some cheap mattress that's going to get the job done, that's great. But when it comes to the time where you want to do some serious hiking and be comfortable doing it, this is the way to go, I think. We've got a big day today. Heading into Collie. Got to get some new bits for the bike. Most importantly, I'm going to get some riding nicks, some padded riding nicks. Let's get on with the show.
Those trees are marked for clearing. As I look around, I realise a lot of this has been cleared recently, but as well as up to 120 years ago. A lot of what I'm travelling on is an old railway that was used to transport logs from clearing. That tree there is ready to be cleared, and I get it. That one's dead. But it's a little bit concerning. You can't rehabilitate as fast as what is being cleared. I met a guy. I was just about to ride off from the hut, and I hear this voice from behind me. It says, "What you want to do is go back up that way and up the hill and have a look at what's happening up there." He goes on to say, "I tried to take photos of it, but I couldn't. It was sick." I realised he was talking about the deforestation. he says it's not going to be rehabilitated, it'll go on to be suburbs. Now, I'm not much of a hippie. I don't live out here full time. But if you clear all the forest, then we're going to get less rain. If we get less rain, less people can live here. So clearing the forest so people can live here is kind of detrimental. Come to think about it, I have, on this trip through the Darling Range, seen a heavy amount of deforestation. It's just I didn't know that much deforestation was occurring. That's about all I can say, really. I don't know what else to say. But we need this. We need the forest. Even the people who don't live in it, you don't realise how much we need forest. Our water catchments are up here. If the forest disappears, you don't get a lot of rainfall up over the trees, and then you don't get as much water. There's only so much desal that can be done. That's just what's going through my mind anyway. Don't know where that guy came from, but he turned around and walked off. I turned around, kept working on my bike. Turned back around 5 seconds later, he was gone. Was he even real? That there has to be the biggest tree I've seen so far in this forest. You don't usually get them that big. That one's very old. Gorgeous. It could be to do with growth competition. Obviously, if you take some down, the ones remaining are going to grow bigger, taller, stronger. But otherwise, I can't explain that. Ooh, got some reception happening. Yeah, okay, so I think the ones that are marked are the ones that remain. But yeah, can't really say what's going on here.
The emu, known as weirch in the Noongar language, is the second largest living bird. It's flightless, but it can easily outrun Jake on his bike.
I imagine they might be saying, "Look out, friends, there's a human below us." Yes! Hey, buddy. The echidna, his best defense mechanism is to do nothing. You're often going quite fast along this track and you don't get to see him. And there he is. He's adjusting himself, angling away, angling his most spiky bits towards me.
The echidna, known as ningarn in the Noongar language, is one of only 2 egg-laying mammals, or monotremes, the other being the platypus. Ningarn feeds on insects.
If I was in a car, my chances of that encounter happening would have gone right down. I wasn't riding very fast at the time, so I was able to see him walking through the bush. That's the kind of thing I'm out here for. You don't get to meet an echidna like that very often. The track comes out to civilization near the Collie cemetery. It really is a massive cemetery. And then we're basically going to follow the road along into Collie. It's not far. Come on.
Oh, easy. These are the Shimano calipers. So I would be inclined just to run it into the ground. The training's proper.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, let me find. Yeah, I've just got some new brake pads in.
Yeah, my main concern is they're just bloody noisy.
Oh, squeaking, squealing.
Yeah, I think they might just be cheap or...
Oh, they would have had oil or something on them.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll face the rotors as well.
Oh, beauty.
Otherwise, as soon as you put new pads in and then put your brakes on, it just contaminates the pads again.
Crankin Cycles is a bike and toy shop located in Collie. They have a fantastic range of parts and gear. Eric is always happy to help out.
Cheers. Enjoy your day.
You too. Catch up. Your brakes work. Beauty. Without squeaking. Be happy with that.
Hi, Eric. Thanks a lot, mate.
All the best.
Thank you.
See you out the trail.
Yeah, see ya. Staying at the Collie Fields, the backpackers. Always a good bit of company to be in. Gonna go to the pub, sort of have my last meal, so to speak. Because we know it's gonna get hectic from here on in. There's gonna be a week of rain.